And welcome, Ultimate Frisbee Australia YouTube channel viewers. We're here at the main event of the weekend and the mixed under-22 finals for 2017. Simon Tolwood here with Katie Locke.
Hello, hello. Welcome, and got a beautiful Sydney day for this great game of Ultimate.
Yep, probably high 20s in temperature. Breeze is coming in. It's coming towards us from the far side of the field towards the screen. Bit of a crosswind. We've got New South Wales starting on defence. Nick Lely with the pull.
And it just comes up.
Connor Fletcher receiving, and already collision in the stack. Bit of energy flying out there already, Katie.
Yes, potentially just eager spirits to try and get onto that first disc.
New South Wales running a bit of a zone. Lots of pointing and communication.
Oh!
Shot goes up. Looking for Lockie Eichner. Takes it just outside the end zone.
Passes it to number 18.
That's the goal for Jasmine Malhotra. South Australia striking the first play with their offence.
And a very quick conversion from South Australia, just getting that hug over the zone there.
Malhotra plays for Adelaide Uni. This is her second goal at under 22, so she's got a bit of experience behind her. Knew exactly where to be to help out Eichner there. Only just shy of the end zone too. Fantastic put.
And she gives them the right option.
Now let's see, South Australia with their first D point. Do they employ zone two, do you think?
I think with the crosswind, it wouldn't be a bad choice.
They've been backing themselves playing match all weekend, so it'll be interesting to see if they change it up now.
Yes.
Of course, these two teams met on Friday in what I think was the opening game, and I think New South Wales got up.
Second game of the pool for mixed. Yeah, so New South Wales got up, but it was tight, from what I hear. I was having a chat to Nick from New South Wales on yesterday's live stream, and he said that they sort of weren't playing to their full capacity at that game. But hopefully they bring a bit of a stronger game today for their sake.
Cool. Nick Everinitis with the pull. Nick, one of the younger members out there, only 18 years old. And landed just outside, so they'll take the brick to the centre. Looks like they're just rolling with match.
Sticking to their guns, it seems.
Yep. Real then time the other. New South Wales isolating Alex Gann in the middle. Straight to him. And they've got a side stack running down there too.
Oh, and there's been a pet call. As indicated by the game advisor on the far sideline.
Bryce Winchester with the grab there. We'll restart with Alex Gann. Around about 35 from goal. Connor Fletcher on the mark to Winchester.
He's looking for that swing.
Big swing looking for Alex Gann. Did he toe the line? Did he get it in?
No, I don't believe he did.
I think he ended up with the ground strip anyway. Game advisor Steve Baker there pointing out. Fletcher off the restart, right on the sideline. Nice shot. Ooh, bit of a fumble there. Got too excited. Tom Barbara. Lockie White with a big hammer to Alex Gann.
Opening goal for New South Wales, one each.
Good use of space there by New South Wales with their early offence, isolating Alex Gann in the middle.
Definitely giving it a nice solid option.
Yeah. And traditionally we've seen on an isolation play that the stack would set up centre field further down towards the end zone, but New South Wales sort of ran two offences in one, ran the side stack following the isolation. So interesting to see what South Australia try to do to counter that, whether they'll just back their defenders one-on-one against Gann or whether they'll try a different look.
Yeah, for sure. Now, it'll be interesting also to see with South Australia coming out on offence if they stick to that strong vertical stack that we've seen in the Victorian games against them. Simon, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so they've run just, it's a classic, very traditional horizontal stack they're running with undercuts coming from the back and then cuts running up the break side heading deep, starting from the front of the stack. It's worked for them to great effect. They've got strong throwers, receivers good in the air.
Sometimes going back to basics can work.
Yeah. Do the simple things right, everything else will follow. Nick Lally with his hand up. Ready to pull. Keeps it low and flat. Smart move. Keep it in bounds. Fletcher to pick it up. Aiden Smith with the disc.
Oh. New South Wales with the zone.
Classic cup. 3-3-1. Big layout. Big layout there from Andreas.
Lots of energy from the sideline from New South Wales
Rio.
players.
Opportunity for the first break here. Your NSW, Nick Lally just walking, taking time to the disc, letting everything set. Going with probably looking at an ISO. Oh, big backhand break.
Oh.
Oh.
Lots of spin on that, just bounced right off the chest of...
Had a lot of spice on that backhand.
Yeah.
Fletcher now. Well, I was running could be a 4-2-1 they've changed to. Fletcher sends it up. Looking for Eichner. Eichner takes it. Very lucky to bounce back from that initial turnover, Katie. It was a massive layout block on the zone.
Definitely, and it was right on the doorstep for New South Wales, but that turnover gave SA the opportunity to get the O.
Excellent forehand put too. The wind coming from the back of screen to the front angled that in perfectly. Lucky Eichner played in the Trans-Tasman series earlier this year, representing Thunder.
As an opponent, Nick Lally from New South Wales was also a former Thunder member from last year's campaign.
Yeah. So the under-20 campaign producing some great players at the moment in Australia.
Lots of youth talent as on display here at this tournament.
Yeah. So New South Wales earned their way into the final with being undefeated in pool play, and South Australia had to eke out a playoff against Victoria this morning to earn their spot. They've had plenty of rest since then, and looks like they're still fit and firing.
Yep, chance to recover, cool down, get fired back up.
Nick Every notice with the pool. Started playing in high school. He's only 18 years old, and this is his second under 22s. Represents Outbreak during the club season. Sends it out again. Nice flat pull. Aiming for centre field. Lockie White to receive. First big gainer.
Undercut to Gilbert.
Gilbert, big white breaks again. Again, they're running isolation again. Centre field, bit too high for Lockie, who's curling the scraps. Oh.
A great loud attempt there from number 58. Alfred Lowe.
Fletcher with the disc. Wants a big shot again. Sends it back. Everyone noticed. Looks for Fletcher. They're happy, just content just dumping backwards and going for the lateral, but
a little bit too far.
A little bit too far. I think the wind pushed it down a bit. New South Wales waste no time to Gann. Again to
Betty Tan.
Betty Tan, New South Wales Spirit captain. Big gust of wind came through at the last second, pushed that disc to the ground. It's been challenging players late in the day this whole weekend. It's been quite still all morning, Katie, and late in the day, the wind starts to really pick up.
Yeah, and it changes the conditions, what the players are used to.
Fletcher on the back corner. A lot of cuts coming under. That's midfield. Everonitis and White. Bit of a clash.
Oh, there's been a call.
Everonitis. Thought he might have had it, but they've discussed it. He's withdrawn the call. And it's New South Wales disc. Right on the goal line. Lucky White to pick it up. Looks like they're isolating Gann at the front of the stack. Fletcher's taking the job.
Oh!
Bit of miscommunication there. He went for the big high release forehand, and
Gann was not ready for that.
I think Gann's fake was too good. Mr. Bowles running the side stack now. Then big layout.
That's
from
fantastic.
Alfred Luau.
Fantastic layout there.
New South Wales throwing themselves at everything. Playing in front of the home crowd. This is their only game for the day, so they're all going to be nice and fresh. Lockie White with the pick up again. They're isolating Alex Gann. Gann v Fletcher. And then again, goes for the same play. This time Gann's ready for it.
Goes through a bit of a tumble, but brings the disc home.
Yeah, just reels it in. Send the replay there. That first shot, looking for Betty's hand. Just Wynn pushed it down, put it through her fingers. And there he said it was good defense there by New South Wales. I think they've got this vertical stack worked out pretty well. The first flick. No, that was their dress rehearsal. They got a second go at it. Thanks to Lau.
And the replay now. That layout.
Everyone else was ready for that too. He just about got a finger to it.
Yeah, it's very, very slim, but got through.
Cool. Oh. So that's 2 each. Twelve and a half minutes in. We're 80-minute time cap here. Just about most games this weekend going the distance. Pretty evenly matched the mixed division.
And we even saw some games in the women's division going well over time cap.
Well over time, yeah. It's been super competitive all weekend across all divisions. Nick Lely with the pull. It's been pulling consistently. He'll just send it flat and down the middle.
And again.
Fletcher to take. Oh, no.
Bit of miscommunication about who's picking up that disc.
To Fletcher. Looks like another zone. Oh, early transition.
Bit of a fumble and SA dropped that.
Lely with the restart. Sends it wide to Winchester. Winchester back in the centre.
Oh! That was a crazy run through D there from number 10, Connor Fletcher.
Locks up to the stack. New South Wales, they've picked up their defence. They're ready for those long shots that SA have been pulling off all weekend. Not letting them get power. Fletcher in power position. Off it goes. Looks like this one might drift a bit. Sends it just out of bounds. Drifted out of bounds a bit far up. New South Wales saying it, sideline saying it came out a bit further up than the goal line.
Yes, this is a similar sort of wind conditions that we saw to the games yesterday afternoon, where the disc would get pushed out to the sideline on the end zone closest to the camera.
Yeah, we've got another look at that run through D there. Good intensity. Any throw heading away from the screens at risk for that. It's going to sit up for a bit longer. So teams are really going to force each other to have to put their throws out to that side. Winchester, this centre field, nice backhand break. Here's Farab. Back to Winchester. This is about running sort of a horror? No. Racing to the vertical. Good by Lely there. Just to take charge, get everyone back to the middle. Nice little give go. Sends the big inside out backhand. Looking for Farab. Oh, gets her fingers to it, but didn't quite reel it in. And Ellie Waycroft there. Knocking it down. Now Farab looks like she might have taken a bit of a tumble there. Calls the injury sub. Good put by Lely. Sends it out to centre field as well, just so it'll curve back into her. Yeah, I think that landing there for Farab might have been her undoing.
Might have just tweaked an existing injury there. She's been subbed out with Janek.
Yeah. So Fletcher pick up the disc, 64 from goal. Ernie Cho on the mark.
Sends the forehand.
Deng Sengang. Oh, quick turnover there. Sends a big blade. He put out.
Another turnover.
Andreas Mazzario. Went for something a bit different there. Just thought the throwing it into the wind was going to drift a bit too much. I put a bit of shape on it just to try and get it there quicker, but just a fraction too quick for the receiver there. And timeout called by South Australia.
Understandably so at this point, having lots of back and forth.
Yep. Early call for a timeout. We're just shy of 17 minutes into the game.
SA feeling the pressure from New South Wales and probably just wanting a chance to talk strategy and get their call while they're on offense.
Yeah, and these long points are going to work more in favour of New South Wales, I think, because South Australia are running through a very short rotation, running through a lot of key players, and I think if they get more, so the heat starts to fatigue them. It's also their second game for the day. Uni of South Australia have produced most of this mixed squad with quite a number of the players. This is their second under-22s campaign, so they've managed to keep their young team together from last year, so a lot of good chemistry out there. Coach Elsa Enting-Hawk is going to play a well-structured offense. Everyone knows their role, everyone's playing their part.
Nice, clean, structured offense, and those connections are bound to go a long way.
And New South Wales here, don't be surprised to see him come out. They're going to really sort of force undercuts. Sorry, take away the undercuts and try and tempt Fletcher into sending that forehand up, where they'll probably have some of their players, maybe Mercedes Janacek peeling off the back there. Playing a Wheatcroft to the back. Yep, sitting at the back there.
And he sends
it. Sends it long and flat. Sengang, goes full stretch, can't quite get a hand to it. Nazario with a quick restarts. Puts it up over the top, looking for Winchester. Nice floaty disc. Again, a bit of shape on it. Winchester got his hand there, but may have talked himself out of the catch by the time he got there. Fletcher, 15 from goal.
Quick up the line and a layout. That's been ground stripped.
Big layout up the line from Aiden Smith there. His first under-22 campaign out of Flinders Uni. Lely with the disc. Nice little sideline play, getting a reset back to the middle. Nazario upfield. Winchester cleans up the scraps. Puts it up the line to Janacek. Interesting little bladey dump there. Gets the job though. To Gann. Gann in centre field, exactly where he wants it.
Dumps back to Lately.
The Janacek goes horizontal, but put a bit too low to the ground. She was really having to sort of dig her hand under, and I think it was going to be tough to come up with that one.
Definitely.
As the game goes on, a lot of throws are going to fall short just due to fatigue, muscle fatigue from a long weekend and in the heat.
Fletcher looking for the reset.
Fletcher out to the middle to Smith. Bit too far for him again, just that into the wind break. Just drifted a little too far. Andreas Nazario from Houston, Texas, here at New South Wales, puts a big floaty throw up. Massive D from South Australia there. It was a risky shot throwing into traffic like that. Looking for Nick Lely, the big target. Eichner takes it out, looks center field. Back to Fletcher.
Fletcher looking for a reset.
Fletcher looked to Smith for the easy reset there, but Winchester with the big wingspan just stuck the mitts in there. Said, no, thank you, I'll have that one. And he goes to set up the stack in the end zone. Just going with the classic vertical stack in the centre.
Early break and open cut.
Nazario again. Pushing a bit too far. Just wonder whether he's prepared for the conditions. teams are warming up before the game in almost no wind at all, and it's only just come in the first couple of minutes of this game, this wind, so players haven't quite found their range yet. South Australia, Fletcher right on the corner. Looks to Eichner, still on the sideline. Really physical on the mark there. Eichner just plays through it.
Flick
Floats
up
it up the line. Looks to Connor Fletcher, precision throw. Sends it infield to Ang. Ang, big loopy backhand. Looking for Ellie Waycroft, but the wind pushed it down. We're seeing players really experiment with the shape of their throws still. And I think they'll be much better off just playing tidy offense and just keeping their throws flat. New South Wales with a restart, 64 from goal. They're on the upfield side. Sorry, the upwind side. Oh, nice dump through the middle. Sends it to Janacek, but bit of pace there, couldn't quite close it down though. Great option though, she definitely had the step on Wheatcroft.
Here we go, watch out!
She had the distance, but that wind just pushed that too far in front of her to keep up with.
They're still sending their hucks down centre of the field. They're better off sending it back towards the far side of the field on the screen. Let it drift into their receivers. Fletcher. Wow on the mark, he's put it up, he's put it long. This one's going centre field, it's going to drift into Eichner. Eichner with the grab. Lands in bounds. What a goal. Wowee, Katie. What a point.
What a point indeed. And you can see SA are elated to get that one in the bank.
That had everything you wanted. As fans of Ultimate, nice exciting play, hard aggressive D, big shots, big layouts. What more could you want?
Every kind of fry under the sun.
New South Wales calling 4 women. The gender picking end zone, or gen zone as the call has been termed this weekend.
Have not heard that one before. I like it. I think that's a good call from New South Wales. From our experience having played both these teams, I feel like the New South Wales team probably utilises their girls a little bit more than the South Australian team, so
yep,
they're
agreed.
playing to their advantage here.
Yep. South Australia run most of their offense primarily through their male handler base before looking for a shot either infield or downfield to their women. But New South Wales defence by their women is just too tight, just not letting anything come out, and it's just they're just happy to let the handlers reset back and forth and just halt any downfield progress. So New South Wales, there with their offensive team ready to go.
1 foot on the line.
1 foot on the line as always. Game advisors keeping a close eye on that. Ebronitis with the pull. Long, flat, central. Very smart.
Very smooth.
White with the disc at about the brick mark.
Oh, just that little bit too far there up the line for Law to pick up.
Fantastic bid there though. Kept it flat, which is what we like to see. Flat throws. Nice steady off. Nice flat throws on offense. Jackie Chong with the disc.
Looking at that reset.
Physicality on the dump marking there. Tom Barbara.
When he sends the forehand.
That's to bolt it. That would have been a high stall count. Good marking there by Gann to react to where the dump was going to be. And Jackie Chong just couldn't find her space. She tried to go for that tight inside line, but wasn't given it. Emily Graham. Out to White. Lots of movement. He's just going to have to send it. High stall count.
Big backhand.
Looks like it's going to drift out of bounds, and yep. No, never came in. Smart there by Tom Barber just to follow the play there, Katie, just in case the disc managed to drift back in. If Gann had to toe the line, would have been a huge gunner for New South Wales. So
definitely. So
if he had knocked it down where it is, would have been come in bounds where the disc was when he hit it. But instead, because it was left, it comes back to where the game advisor in yellow is signaling, where it first went out of bounds. Tom Barbara from Flinders Uni. This is his second under-22s tournament with the disc. Again on the mark. Hectic force.
Very
Goes to the
energetic.
backhand, doesn't let him. Heads infield. And
SA with the
Kevranitis towing the line.
That's 4-2 to SA.
First break of the game.
Yes. And much quicker point than the last as well. Not without a few turns though.
Yep.
SA on the far end calling 4 men on the gin zone.
Yep, the gen zone. I think we're going to see, Katie, teams really test their long game a bit more. Both teams have had the shots that aren't quite coming off, but they'd rather play defense down to away from their end zone. Like, I think they're just sort of being a bit risk averse here, and rather than try and risk running too many resets where there's been quite a few turns on resets, I think they're just going to want to test out their long game. I wouldn't be surprised here to see NSW putting, they've got David Andrews on the line for, I think it might be his first point of the game. David Andrews, younger brother of Rob Andrews from the Aussie Crocs.
I was going to say, did that say Robert Jr.?
Out of Houston, this is his second go at under 22s. He played last year with the Open team. Wouldn't be surprised if they sent him streaking deep with, I reckon, probably Lely or Nazario sending it to him. Possibly even Gann on that isolation. Fletcher with the pull. Puts a little bit of shape on it. Puts it in the wind. That's got to pull it back in midfield.
Oh, that's
not quite. Drifts well. That sends it well back. Lely deep in his own end zone.
Big gust coming through at the
Sends
moment.
the swing to Sutton. Playing the dumping fine and goes to the pull. Comes short to Alex Gann. Alex Gann puts it out. Andrews goes, see you later. Has all the time he wants.
Oh.
The 2-footed goal.
What a beauty. And you called it.
Very rare, those kind of goals.
Lully to Gann to Andrews.
Yep.
Like you said.
Good market. Oh. Played in real close to the dump there, Lely, but still found the space. Gann, beautiful backhand put, sending it into the wind. Sat there nicely.
Outs it in with lots of float.
David Andrews, nice as you like, had plenty of time. And as soon as that backhand went up from Lely, it came out real flat, didn't it?
It did really flat. Not much height on it at all.
Again, too quick, got to it, and slid into it. It's something rare you see. Rather than going the layout, a lot of players like to employ that soccer tackle, the sliding tackle in soccer-wise, just to make sure they take it nice and close to their body. Again, giving us a thumbs up on the sideline. Deliberate move, he tells us.
And a timeout's been called.
Yep.
Second timeout of the game so far.
Yep. Not sure who called that one.
No, I didn't see.
Wouldn't surprise me if it was South Australia who called that.
Just to steady themselves and
Yeah.
maintain that lead.
Enting Hawks got him in close. Give him a rev up. They've got to find themselves, I reckon, probably an hour's worth of energy. I think this game is definitely going to go the distance. We'll definitely hit 80 minutes before either team gets to 15. So both coaches will already be starting to think about the end game. What's going to be happening in the last few points of the game, should it come down to a margin of around about 2 or 3. Some coaches like to change things up at this point of the game. I don't think either coaching team's going to change too much. I mean, there's only been one break in the game so far. Nothing. I wouldn't say there's anything that hasn't been working. But it's just mostly skill errors that are giving us these turns. There's some fantastic defense that's been played that's forcing these plan B throws.
And the plan play isn't quite coming off as expected.
Wind's died down a little bit. You can still see flags on the far side still drifting, pointing towards the camera. It's starting to shift slightly towards the right end zone. So the bottom right corner of the screen is where the wind advantage is happening. So wouldn't be surprised if New South Wales chuck on a backhand force here to try and force force players into that sideline, then have to throw those break throws into the wind. White with the pull. Sends big outside in. Is that going to come back? Oy.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. So it could be a huge mental challenge, this one, is when you're all psyched up to go and sprint 65 metres to play defence, and all of a sudden you've got to pull up 5 minutes short and have to defend a third of the field. I think White's just going to force nearest sideline here just to narrow the field in which they're playing. South Australia, they'll isolate someone here in the end zone. Probably Eichner or Wheatcroft. Here we go.
Yeah, Wheatcroft. There she is.
Puts it up wide.
Yeah.
Has a second goal at it. New South Wales instantly calling out. Yeah, it looks like she had to put the second foot down to balance her for that second bid, so out of bounds. Fantastic effort, though. It was a good little ball. Gam winding up. White's gone deep. Wants it.
Oh, there's been a
Pick's
pick
been
call.
called.
Had a couple of players way too open for that.
Off to the right screen. White was streaking deep. He was just about at the opposite brick mark. Andrew's setting up at the back of the end zone. They're giving him the deeps, and they want to take away the unders.
Oh, and that under just bouncing off the hands of Erin Healy.
Erin Healy, the only non-Sydney player of the team, hailing from Newcastle and going to the University of Wollongong. White commanding the offense here. Commanding the defense here. Sticking with the forehand force. They're going to isolate Eichner here. With Andrews on, just fumble-footed. Oh,
There's been a call made.
bit of a clash there with heads. We'll call. So no foul there. Looks like the disc was fumbled. And Eichner just dived backwards to get into it. So nothing Andrews could do to avoid that contact. He had the right space. He had the right place. But good by Eichner, just to not give up till it's down. Big shot heading to Gann from Elena Lanamatos. Gann at half field, 35 from goal. Puts a big flick out, looking for White and Healy. But the wind pushes that away, as we said, heading to the bottom right corner of the screen. Sent it from just about at the back of the end zone, was it?
Yeah, almost. It just really got pushed down and to the side with that wind.
Aiden Smith taking his time, giving his stack a bit of a breather. We can see a couple of hands on knees. Wide on the mark. Is he going to mark flat, perhaps? Is he going to force a sideways pass? No, sticking with forehand. Deep cut's coming, but off to Eichner.
Oh, great chase down there.
Just keeping his toes in. New South Wales sideline saying, yep, he was in. That was clean.
There's been a call.
Had a violation called. Perhaps just discussing the restart and how he came back in bounds. Spirit's been fantastic throughout the whole tournament this weekend. Everyone's been calmly discussing calls. No hot-headedness. You see the throw there again. Toe the line, yeah, instantly see New South Wales players call in. Back to Fletcher.
Another violation call.
His first eyes is always for the end zone. Smith, Fletcher. Spots Wheatcroft on the near side. Fletcher, big loopy out. Oh no, danger disc. Lockie White
Pulls that one from the sky.
just commands and says, that's mine. Heads out to Gann. Pick called though. Yep, disc in the air. They'll send back. A defender being allowed to come back and catch up with Gann. He pulled out of the cut to avoid a collision. So safe play there. White. Oh, nice little flat-footed backhand there, just over the top. Gann to Lettermouse in the middle. Hits Andrews. Andrews just too quick for Eichner there. Eichner did a fantastic job throughout the whole point, but it was just that last burst of energy from Andrews just did him.
Just testament to the fact that the New South Wales team is just that little bit more rested than South Australia this morning. Australia said this afternoon.
Yeah.
After this morning's game.
trend I've seen, Cody, across the whole tournament this weekend is dumps playing in really close. We see in the club season and here in Australia, dump will set up at least sort of good 10, 15, 20 metres away. That's both in mixed and open. But this tournament, dumps aren't afraid of playing in close and just back them. No real structure to it. Just backing themselves just to get open in a one-on-one, just for a little short pass.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of that in the mixed division for sure.
Yeah.
Across a wide range of teams.
Doesn't always look tidy there. I guess they're not sort of looking at, teams don't really look at a dump as a chance to gain yards or field position. They're just more concerned at this level, just about maintaining possession, keeping the stall count down.
Definitely, and often it's swinging back to a competent handler as well.
Yeah.
If potentially a cutter comes in, gets the disc and doesn't quite have the confidence to put it long.
Yep.
Just a nice quick reset.
Well, with the pull, consistent, flat, down the centre. Just content to land it in, backs his defence to get down there. Smith, set his own. 4-2, this is the 2-3-2, I believe. Big layout there, doesn't quite get it. Smith, Everonitis. Puts it out over the top.
Just finds that little hole in the cup.
Yep. Not going for too many risks in a row, Jackie Chong. Lots of big backhand, but nope, just dishes out to Everonitis. Puts it out to Dignam. Dignam content just to wait, reset, go again. Plenty of patience happening here. Smith, big loopy blade out to the side. I love that throw.
Can be risky in the wind, but it pulled off.
Everonitis commanding the offense here, but...
Oh.
See, I think South Australia get a bit impatient there, ignoring just the simple dump swing option. Nothing wrong with the basics. Wow. Big lefty backhand. Lally, Dignam. Lally knocks it. Went for the big swap, didn't quite come down with it. And so South Australia will have a second go at it here. Dignam, number 86, can't quite see him on the screen. He's just in front of the commentary desk here. He'll just be off to the bottom of the screen here. He's been a key receiver for South Australia all weekend. Haven't seen a lot of him this far. I think South Wales are ready for that. They are marking him under. Back to Jackie Chong. Jackie Chong to Everonitis. Smith right on the sideline. Eyes looking downfield only. South Australia content just to gain yards here before taking a shot. Everonitis now looking centre. New South Wales, this defence is amazing.
That break backhand just
That was
misses.
fantastic work from Andreas Nazario on the wing.
Oh. And that just goes completely out the back of the end zone now.
Yep. Well, it's a bit too far for Andrews there. I think I'd like to make him work. He tends to be well open. Just should hit him directly. That was fantastic work by Andreas Nazario. He was playing on the far wing in the zone. Realised that the shot wasn't going to come over the top on its tall stall count, so he came in and put pressure on the dump. And they forced the throw out wide. Got him to turn on that reset. Nevertheless, Aidan Smith with the disc. As well can afford to take their shots, confident that they're just going to have more opportunities at this point. Another big floater over the top of Dignam.
Wood tries to get in there too, but just a little bit too far from her reach.
New South Wales are going to take their time. They're going to set up Danny Sutton, local girl from the Hills Club, who's hosting this tournament. Backhand force being thrown on. She goes, yep, I'll take that. Sends it. Winchester, how about that?
Fantastic layout D there from it.
Look at the Iris Ferrat there for the upline cup, but the wind picked it up, and Bryce Winchester, where's he go? Standing still, but Caesar goes up, thinks, you know what, I've got to go on that. Full stretch.
And saves a bid that was actually intended for Ferrat.
Not the tidiest of landings, but you know what?
Got it in.
Scoring ugly, still scoring. What a grab.
That was a great grab. That pulls New South Wales ahead there, 5-4.
Great awareness. He was just sitting at the back of the stack there and just throw goes up. Obviously not the intended receiver, but thought, you know what? Disc isn't down until someone says it's down. Another timeout's been called. So we see a few replays of South Australia's zone. A couple of nice creative throws there.
That Blady forehand round the cup.
You imagine the wind sort of, you see the Dignam early contest there. Without the wind, it'd be interesting to see what South Australia would do if they're sort of one or two of them backing themselves on those, putting some shape on those throws, some curve in the wind. It'd be interesting to see what kind of play they'd be doing if the wind wasn't here, whether they'd be taking more of those risky shots over the top of the zone. It's a nice tidy backhand there from Sutton.
Yeah, that was lovely. That was a great outside and backhand there. Just picked up a little bit too high and curved over the head of the intended receiver.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
still
shooting.
got the goal.
Yeah, throwing those long throws, sort of 25, 30 metres plus from the sideline, Katie, you tend to want to aim towards the centre of the field.
Oh, definitely.
You don't want to have yourself a 5 or 10 metre window to work in, like battling the sideline of the defence. It's good just to trust your receivers, just chase it down.
That's exactly what they did. So the South Australia team, you might have heard their chant just there, nicknamed Blueies, which is short for their team name of Blue Tongues. Not to be mistaken with the Victorian team, Blue Devils. The New South Wales team also has a quite funny nickname. They're going by Lockout.
Which I believe is in tribute to the liquor licensing laws up here.
Poking fun at their own city's interesting legislation.
Yeah. New South Wales has signalled 4 women.
Again, playing to their strengths. Last time they put on 4 women with the Gen Zone, they got the break.
Yep. It's going to work. Keep rolling.
Exactly that.
I think the depth of these squads is going to be a factor in the next sort of 15 minutes or so. We're nearly 45 minutes into the game. We're just over halfway. South Australia running very short rotation here. Not necessarily by choice. They've had quite a few casualties in with ankles and hamstrings and soft tissue injuries this weekend. Yeah, big curvy pull. Is he going to catch that?
No.
No.
Bounces, bounces, it rolls.
Sends it back. New South Wales smell blood. Look at them run down.
White is just sprinting to get in there. Put some early pressure on the throws.
Malhoda. Couple left stranded, Malhoda.
Forced the turn.
Malhotra. Swing was on to her. She was wide open, but throw was put down a bit low. Big floaty throw. That just hung in the air for a long, long time. And that's Erin Healy. Very proud of being the only non-Sydney player on the team.
And that floated right over her head, but she didn't give up and she got the second bid.
Yep. Look at that. Great cut too. Just found herself open. Took 2 goes at it. Just one to slow it down, one to make it safe. Just saw the space and went for it. So another break there for New South Wales, and could the gates be open, Katie?
Potentially. They might be going on a roll. SA have called 4 men.
Yep. And they'll probably run through their handles again. Lockout. Probably go to the zone again, I reckon. I reckon they'll run their probably a 2-3-2, perhaps, maybe a 3-3-1.
It's been working for them the last couple of points.
Yep, they'll probably just stick with a 3-3-1, I reckon, and just stick Lely out the back. There's no crossfield hucks happening, so they'll leave the far side of the field free and just tempt South Australia just to work it down this near sideline.
And just put lots of body in the middle of the field. Lily with the
Flats,
pull.
ooh. Go for flat and centre. Didn't get the distance he wanted. Flew out of their hand a bit early, but so they'll be defending half the field here. Oh, they're going sticking with match with a flat force. Connor out to the side to Ang.
Looks like they're going with a straight up mark as well, trying to stop those hucks coming early.
Yep, covering undercuts at the back nicely. Just got one sitting out at the back though, ready for that huck. Closer to Ang.
Oh.
They push him back, and fantastic lay out there from Rosario. Nope, they take their time, settle. All right, Sutton's picked it up. Backhand, huge backhand, looking for Lely.
And he gets it! Lily in the run down.
Precision throw. That was amazing by Sutton.
That's fantastic. Huge backhand from her.
Lely not often on that end of goal passes. Look at it. Hands up, the big croc catch.
So ready for it.
Love the pre-celebration. Another break for New South Wales. 7-4. Zario just face marking, they've thrown it up. He's turned it just the right time.
Just gets that little tap on it.
Yeah, I wonder if the sideline had someone's just yelled his name. Now you can see Bryce Winchester yelling in the back there. That's the challenge with face markings. You don't know when the throw's going, when it's coming, but just he turned at the right time. It was his lucky day, straight to him.
Yeah.
New South Wales going 4 women on defence. So they're going to run a zone. I still think running the backhand force would be the way to go here. Get them trapped on this near sideline and force them to throw into the wind to get that break throw out. The wind sort of swung back around, back towards the camera. Big loopy pull by White. No one's going to catch it.
Oh,
That's
bounces and rolls again.
They tend to let it roll out the back.
He does, so he can walk it up to the front of the end zone there.
Yep. I'll take you to 64 from goal. Is this going tight match marking? Sticking the forehand force.
No reset, Lucky.
Eichner with Dignam puts it up to Chong. Great grab by Chong.
And she's a lefty, it seems.
Yep, she's got her backhand. Waiting a long time. This is a long stall count. Puts a big forehand flick up. Too far, I think.
Bit too far. Wouldn't just pushing it towards the closest side of the field.
Again, we've seen a lot of those forehand hucks we've seen from South Australia this weekend have had a lot of outside in on them. A bit more vertical than horizontal, the disc. And it's been coming off for them when there's no wind, but the wind's going to carry it away. White with the disc just inside their own end zone. Puts it out to Farrat. Farrat right on the sideline. Gives it the business. Pushes the mark off.
Says this
Big
is my
floaty
space.
disc.
Oh.
Winchester, a bit too worried about where his feet were. He's quite close to the end zone.
South Australia get a chance to capitalise here.
Another shot was Jackie Chong. Farrat's just adjusted her mark just to make it a bit flat. Centre field to Eichner. Eichner, break.
Oh, and there's been a call. Potentially a pick.
Great work from Dayla Smits to get open. Obviously looking for the break side cut. Just taking what a defender gives her. Eichner with the restart. What's that break again? Look at this. Look at this movement in the end zone. Just so well timed. Waycroft to Barbara.
Right on the doorstep.
Bit shaky.
Oh, there's been another call.
That would have been a high stall count. You can see him shaking, ready to get that off. Just have they got a dump set up? I'm not sure. He might be stranded without a dump there. Looking a bit panicky. Dale Smith has sort of poked it, sort of stood out. Think she's got to fill that gap, but not needed. Barbara finds Eichner just on a flat lateral cut.
South Australia getting back on the board.
Yeah.
Should be a sense of relief for them.
Yeah. Barbara, the only Flinders Uni player in this team. Pundichini having a very long and storied history of producing Australian representatives, but sort of see UDSA the dominant force over there these days.
Yes. Be interesting to see how the two different unis competed at uni games this year.
7-5. New South Wales desperate to take half. Taking half an adventure with the advantage of 3 can be a huge psychological boost. Within 1 or 2, a team still thinks, you know what, we've got this, we're still in control. Difference of 3 though.
Makes all the difference.
Huge difference.
And as New South Wales started on offense, they'll come out on defense after half anyway.
Yep. So South Australia would definitely want to break here to stay within the game. South Australia going to run with a match defense. Wonder if they'll employ a flat force or continue to go with forehand. I still think teams should be forcing this near sideline. Nice long flat pull.
Oh, that's a beautiful pull.
Not much hang time, but they're not risking it going out of bounds early again. Gann and Lely, nice little give go. To gain about 20 metres just before the defence gets there. Sutton running an ISO again. Lely goes high early. Fletcher's down with it. Dignam. They work it quickly to the far side of the field, exactly where they want the disc to be. No Fletcher, Neverinitis. Got plenty of time. Fletcher just controlling the play here.
So calm.
Hits Chong. Puts the backhand up to Everinitis. To Barbara, right on the sideline. On this near side.
And dubs it back.
Big break by Fletcher, but
nobody on the other end.
Might have been a bit of a speculator, that one. Just thinks, you know what, you all should be cutting break side.
And then nobody does it.
Suggested with his pass instead, but this puts a bit too far. Again, big backhand huck.
Oh, that's speedy. That was just too quick for her to pull in.
Kathy Yu with a big deep option. No one near her. Me and New South Wales, they don't sort of like to wait around too much. They see an opportunity to get that big gainer straight after return. They'll do it and just have South Australia on the back foot the whole time. Fletcher with the disc. Chong setting up as a dump. Dignam is off. Here we go. It's a connection we've seen a lot this weekend. Oh, but
just pushes so fast down that far side of the field. We saw that throw a lot yesterday in the live stream match between Victoria and WA.
Yep. Bit too much heat on it today. New South Wales running the back corner again. Nice little backhand for a gainer. Big forehand shot. Lely's there again. Had a taste of it earlier. Wants another goal. Oh. Great defense by Fletcher there.
Huge contest.
Lely had to stop and prop, so he stayed within the end zone line. Kind of just charged in. So thank you. If you're just going to wait for it, I'm going to go early. Nice. Floaty backhand break. Lely doesn't mess around.
No.
Flicks it straight up to Gann. Fumbles it. Takes a catch.
No mucking about.
Cheeky little flick up there. Gann had to have a couple of goes at it, but New South Wales have taken the half, 8-5.
They've managed to maintain that 3-point lead, which should hopefully give them the psychological advantage going into second half.
Yep, they're only gonna build from here. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with the second half in a couple of minutes.
See you soon. Good afternoon, Ultimate Australia viewers. We're back here after half-time in the final from the mixed division of the National Under-22 Australian Championships.
The game clock's just ticked over 1 hour, so we're less than 20 minutes till time cap. As we said, this game's going to go the distance. We're not going to see either team quite make it to 15. But New South Wales just had the... we'll have to carry the momentum from half. I think their depth's going to be the difference here. South Australia, if they continue to just sort of rely on the same playmakers, I think New South Wales got to run over the top of them. So New South Wales starting on defence.
And South Australia now have the gender end zone at the far end of the field.
The wind has switched again. This time, if you catch a glimpse of the flags when the play starts, they're drifting to the far right.
Prancing Bulldogs rule.
I think we got that wrong. Everyone has a disc in his hand. Maybe they're on D. There they are. How bad?
There we go.
I feel like it's one of the things we should have control and know about.
I think just South Australia did get the first point on the board, but in my head I had it was a D. I was wrong. I stand corrected.
He's abandoned the flat pull, and guess what's going to happen?
Oh, it's going out.
Yep.
It's going right out. Nick Lilly from New South Wales on the sideline jokingly tries to catch it.
Yep. Misreads it again.
We've got Sudden pick it up.
Yep. Isolating on Nazario here.
Cuts the Suts cut early. Over the top over to him, and he sends it. We've got Andrews on the other end of that, and it goes out the back of the end zone. Far too far for him to reach.
What a boost. Wind assisted, sure, but that was a good 60-metre flick.
That was a very strong throw.
Yep. But no, there was brilliant bait and switch there with Gann on the field. They were initially going to set up with him as the ISO, but quickly switched it out with Nazario taking that role. And Andrews had one direction in mind.
And that was deep. We now have number 10 picking up. Fletcher. Just temporarily lost our list. Walks up nice and slowly.
Classic vert set.
Sending it deep. Number 23. Oh, Alex Gann gets the read on that.
Gann and Andrews were ready for that. They knew it was going nowhere else.
Oh, and there's a pit call. And centers it with a nice big flick. Oh, intercepted by Digham. Got Fletcher. Flick. Guard makes the attempt. There it goes. And Digham's deep. And he brings it home for SA. SA getting that first break of the half. New South Wales still up. It's 6 though.
Nathan Dignam finally finding some involvement. He's had a very quiet first half, but
He has.
he got that fantastic run through D, which we'll hopefully see in a second. Gann, what a hand. Just enough on that.
And here it goes.
And then Dignam did cause most of the mixed teams quite a headache this weekend. The run through D there, gives it off and then sends the ladder. Dignam, the younger brother of Michaela Dignam from the Aussie Crocs. So we've got a couple of younger siblings of senior Australian players on these teams.
Keeping it in the family.
Yep. Nathan Dignam, he's Adelaide Uni. This is his second go at under-22s and just recently played Div 1 Mixed Nationals with Vanguard. So he's been playing plenty of mixed ultimate these last few months and suits the game well. So South Australia with the first point after half. Keeps them in touch. They still need to find themselves at least 2 breaks. Running with 4 women.
Which would have been New South Wales call as the gender end zone is switched.
Very strong offensive line there from New South Wales.
Yeah, it's a good combo. Fletcher with the pull.
Great pull too.
Going on the sideline there. Attempts to centre it, but
Here we go, here we
goes
go.
out a little bit too far. SA are pumping up. Simon is ecstatic, he's ready for this.
Wow, 2 quick points. How do you like that?
SA with the comeback potentially.
We have a game. Brilliant rundown pressure on that pull. And again, it's that swing pass into the wind. We've seen quite a number of those turnovers today.
From experience, throws as well, so it seems to be relatively uncharacteristic of them.
Yep. Not the prettiest of throws, but hey, got the breakout just outside Lurley's foot, and fantastic grab from Nick Ebranitis. Rolling with much the same line here, South Australia. Only a couple of changes.
Strong defensive line, it seems.
We need to make sure they got a thrower or 2 on just to just keep this moving. Once they got the break, Fletcher taking a sub. That's not Fletcher.
That is not Fletcher.
8-7 the score. New South Wales still the advantage. Going downwind, I reckon we'll probably see a big long play from New South Wales here. They want to reassert their dominance, and I reckon they're just going to boost it and then lock on a straight up force.
Yeah. Just to prevent SA from doing the same and sending it deep.
Yep.
The pull comes up. Oh, and that comes quite a bit shorter than some of the other pulls in
Wants
this
that
game.
early pressure on South Australia. Good.
Backhand up the line.
I was Farrat on the sideline.
The backhand force. SA switched into that backhand force you mentioned. Crossfield throw there. Sends the flick. Oh.
Bit too far for Gandy. New South Wales offense there reminds me a lot of the Japanese mixed game. A lot of just thumb swing and then back to the middle of the vert set. Just quick movement, quick fluid movement. Keep to this centre field. Spread the defence out.
Oh, just over the hands of Dingham. Second attempt there from Chloe Neville. She can't quite reel it in.
Chloe Neville in her second under 22s. Played for the women's team last year.
We have Lachlan White picking up. And the hammer! Oh, that is a beautiful hammer. And he reels it in. He's got Farrat deep. And she gets it. And a goal for New South Wales.
There is Farrat there, the local from Hills Ultimate. Great work in the end zone hurt by her. As you said, throw from, like, that would have been a high stall count. Leaned back and just boosted it. We'll see what happened. Alex Gam read it beautifully. Good patient here. Couldn't get that first clean throw out, but Farrat just, beautiful work by her. Just to recognise where the space was. Eye contact with Gam. Eye contact with the thrower can do so much.
Just say, hey, I'm here. I'm giving you the option.
Doesn't need to be talk or pointing. Just when you've got eye contact with the thrower, you both recognise where the space is. Great work by Farrat. 2-footed goal too.
Space for days.
Fantastic to see. It's when you catch a goal with both feet on the ground. That's when you really, truly outplayed the defence.
You weren't running them. You just owned the space.
South Australia running with their key O players again.
That wind still coming through.
With really howling, you can probably hear it picking up through our mics.
Nick Nelly with the pull.
Pulling him in. Ooh, goes for the roller.
Oh, that is a roll and a half.
Very good.
Oh, completely misses.
Brilliant field position off that pull. Pressure on the first throw.
And Fletcher goes for the up pass, and that's being D'd by Andrews.
You know what? I reckon Ang's right to call that.
And there's been a call.
It was a big swap, but Ang, he had his fingertips there.
Let's get the replays on it.
Oh. Could be close. Anyway, let's let them work it out.
Oh, the call's being retracted.
Yeah, retracted call. Good outcome.
Turnover stands. And Sutton.
To Aaron Healy.
Gets a swing.
Got the backhand force on here. I've been saying it all day.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Cheeky play. Very cheeky play by New South Wales there.
Oh, and there's been a pick called.
Surprised there was a lot of movement from everyone there. Surprised they didn't end up with a pick. Look at that stack all over the place.
Oh, that is messy.
Oh. Andrews have peeled off the back there. Was his defender closely following? Oh, I'm not going to comment.
Not our place to say.
No more editorialising. Oh, no.
It's all right. Sutton picks it up. Takes the scraps. Goes for the break forehand. And that is Catherine Yu taking in the goal.
Kathy Yu playing her first under-22s tournament for New South Wales. Coming off the mixed season with VLS. And from the strong UNSW stable, which produced quite a lot of this team. UNSW got a very long and storied history of ultimate. One of the most successful uni ultimate clubs in Australia historically.
And she just reels it in. Again, 2 footed
2
play.
goal. 2 footer goal.
That space was hers.
Yep. You can just see that so close to the end zone, New South Wales has become so much more animated, so much more movement, just no one standing still. And South Australia just get lost in the confusion. They just get worn out and just... They're backing themselves to stop their long game, but just defending that short field, they seem to be left scrambling a bit and I think trying to do too much, particularly those at the back of the stack. I think they're just they're spending too much time watching the thrower, looking for opportunities to come in and pick something off, and then just losing track of their player in the meantime.
Bit of change in Pulu. We've got Nazario pulling this time.
They are Texan native. I'm quite animated on the line here, I think. We are less than 7 minutes from time cap. A lot of height on that one.
So high.
It'll come down with snow on it.
It's got so much time on it.
We're catching it. And plays it safe. Gave them the extra few seconds to catch up those last 10 metres of defence, and they're locked in. Look at this. They're going to get forced back. This is dangerous territory.
So dangerous. That zone is locking them in. Oh, but he fakes it. He convinced me. The fake is not coming out, though. Looks for the swing through the cup.
To Wheatcroft. Barbara.
Swings again.
Close through the disc now. Trying a lot of the offense still.
Good to see SA swinging that disc through the majority of their team. Oh, that swing over the cup for Wheatland. Wheatcroft, sorry. Oh. Oh. Lachlan White. Lachlan White coming in with the bid there.
Good safe play from Lachlan White too. That was brilliant.
Oh, and just that little bit too high. That's coming right over to our commentary.
Oh.
It's coming right over to our tent.
Ang with the restart quickly. They're in centre field now.
New South Wales haven't had enough time to set up their zones. They've switched to match defence. Still gets peeled off deep by Gan though.
That's the wow. They're just ready for that long shot.
Oh! That goes deep. Oh!
Alfred Luau, massive grab. Backhand easy as you like. Another goal for New South Wales. Hectic play.
And Sal getting a goal there.
Betty Tam with the goal. Anticipated the bid and just kept going. Just planted her foot. Oh, brilliant by White. Say, look, I've got two on me. Betty's over there with no one. Throw it to her. Betty from UTS, one of only two UTS players on this team, and this is her debut, her first big tournament. Her first representative tournament, sorry, and she played this season with the GWS Blaze, so conditions familiar to her. Got to sleep in her own bed, Katie. Talk about the own bed advantage of tournaments.
It is amazing. It is so refreshing to go back to your own bed.
Own bed, your own shower, your own couch, your own Netflix
bathtub.
Yep.
Your own Uber Eats. It makes all the difference. The Women's Division 2 Nationals 2 years ago was in Melbourne, and that was my first Nationals, and boy oh boy, that was so good to sleep in my own bed. And I just was so much more recharged the next day.
And it's the journey home. These guys have about a 15-minute drive home, where some teams here have up to about 6 hours travel ahead of them. So
exactly.
Great pull by Gan.
Lots of curve on that. Gets nice and deep.
Looks like a zone look. 2-3-2.
Yep. Oh, and a cold drop from Dingham there. New South Wales wanting to take this nice and slow, taking their time to set up. Sudden with the disc. Oh, and that forehand just floats. Oh. We had Winchester with the hands on that, but he's made a call.
He considered every possibility except for the one that this might come straight to him. He's playing his foot. He's done well, but what's been the call?
There's been a call made. Oh, it's been retracted.
Retracted call. Oh, okay. I see what happened. He Fletcher felt he had to go backwards into that, but I think it was worked out that Winchester was flat-footed. He had the position. Excellent spirit by everyone involved.
Great to see the calls retracted there.
Yeah.
And the forehand break just goes straight to the ground there.
Fatigue really setting in on some of these throws. The
backhand to Sutton. Dumps to Lily. Centres it. Sutton with the flick.
Gan in the paddock.
Nice strong catch there from Gilbert. Kat Gilbert from USyd and Philadelphia, it seems.
Yep. Shout out to everyone from Philly.
Anybody watching at home?
Watching their girl, Kat Gilbert, getting it done.
Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you.
Great ball, and Gan just had a paddock. Great put by Sutton too. Precision. We've seen so many of those kind of swing throws float away, but Sutton, just nailed him. New South Wales have really shown their depth these last few points.
Utilising their whole squad as well.
Yep.
There's now been a timeout call.
Everyone getting a look.
Again, not sure what team called it, but SA having a big ramp up from assistant coach Michaela.
Michaela Dunmar, yep.
She's been out and about. And she's been here for the under-24s.
Played the test match last night, a successful test match. The Stingrays getting up very convincing fashion over the New Zealand under-24 team.
Had to bring some energy to the team.
Yep. Look at New South Wales. It's amazing the difference you see in body language between teams at moments like this. New South Wales, everyone wants on the field. Everyone wants to play defence. Everyone wants a piece of it. So time cap siren goes. 5 seconds early for mine, but you know what? We'll leave it. But South Australia, if you look at their body language,
little
Heads towards the
stressed.
ground. Sort of a couple of players jogging to the line. Those who may not have had as much game time.
Meanwhile, lots of cheers down from New South Wales.
Yep.
Heads are all up.
Lots of energy, lots of excitement. Easy to do when you're up by 5.
Definitely, and with the siren just going.
So for viewers
Feeling
at home,
comfortable.
that may not understand what happens now, so the siren's gone. That means this point will be played, and then 1 point will get added to the highest score, and that will become the points target. So we've got New South Wales defence. If South Australia put this in, it'll be first to 13. If New South Wales put it in, it'll be first to 14.
So like Simon said earlier, this game's not going to reach 15.
Yep. So
That's what happens when you have a shorter time slot and really tightly contested match.
yep.
We've only seen a small handful of games actually reach 15 points this tournament.
New South Wales full of energy, ready to go. Rosario ready to pull. I reckon he'll go even higher on this pull.
Try to touch the sky. Indicating readiness.
Yep.
Yep, there we go. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's landing well and surely in. No one's going to catch that.
Yep. Andrew's getting ready to put pressure on that second throw.
Zone again.
Yep. Oh, and just straight over the hands. Gets on the second attempt. Wheatcroft with the disc. Oh, she finds a gap. It's quite high, though.
Sticking the force on, just putting any pressure on the throw you can. Don't worry about who's marking it. Just get someone marking and counting. Let him at us.
Oh, the wind picks it up. Dingham as a bid. Mrs. doesn't care.
Both arms and the legs. Safe as you like. That's distance going to the ground.
Yeah. I think he was attempting to catch it. Just not quite that well. Oh, that scraped the ground there.
Grasping on that one. And, yep, someone's going to call it down. I
Yeah.
had a good view of it from here. I reckon it looked all right.
Yep. Let's see in that replay. Oh, players in the way, but hard to see.
Oh, I
That's
tell you what.
so close. Understandable to make that called in.
Yep. Everyone's agreed that. Got their hands under it.
Yep.
Couldn't have done that if it was on the ground.
Oh, and Dingham picking up the scraps again. Puts it out in front. Lots of up the line connections there.
They're on the sideline now. This will be tricky. New South Wales defence is best in the short field.
Swinging it across the field. See, South Australia now really getting it through with the short game.
Smith.
Swinging it back. Lots of
They need to run
patience.
through. Mahatra hasn't been as active in this game as recent. They used to run a lot of this offense from him. She's there. Camped just behind the cup.
Very cramped the end
There
zone
we go.
there. Mahota with the disc.
Just read the play beautifully there, Malhotra. Just knew that in the short field, knew that New South Wales are close in the cup. The gaps were going to open up, and look at that. Just see as you like, ready for the catch, straight to her.
She was just hanging out behind that cup, ready.
Yep.
I see her and capitalise on that.
Malhotra from Adelaide Uni is the second under-22s tournament. I think her first goal of this game, but she's definitely put her name on the score sheet quite a few times this weekend. Nice second grab there from Ebronitis.
They're very close to us there. Andrew's pulled up.
And Dignam with the 1-2. Yep.
Cheeky grin on his face as well. I probably wanted to go for a run, so I thought, oh, let's see how I can leave it.
Yep. Righto. So, first to 13 is the official score cap.
If New South Wales get this goal, it's game.
And they're just going to go. They've got 5 goes at this. They'll try and end it early with this first one, I reckon. Lely to Gann. Here we go. I'm calling it. Yep, setting up the isolation again.
And Gann's going deep.
See you later.
There it goes. Oh,
it's
that's gonna.
It's drifted.
That's gonna drift right out.
That's all right. They've got a disc in good position now. They'll stick the match force on. They'll force it to this nearest sideline. And if you get a chance, just watch what defense the girls are going to play in the stack. They're just really just going to take away all those undercuts and just avoid any easy upfield gainers. Just make the handlers try and work it back and forth.
SA's in that nice, clean stack.
Betty Tan, great coverage there. Scrambling for everything South Australia. No easy passes. Here we go. Off to Dignam.
Down.
Get to Dignam. What a battle. Oh. Bowled by Dan just to go, you know what? No one's catching that, but Dignam, oof.
They wanted a bit at that.
Beautiful shot there by Fletcher.
It's a little bit too far.
Oh, yep. Okay, so the wind just pushed down that last second. No wind. If there was no wind, Dignam was getting that every day you like. I think Gann might have also backed out of the contest knowing that he couldn't have a safe bid at it and just thought, you know what?
Let's not make any contact unnecessarily.
Nathan, if you can get that, good luck to you. Sutton. Ooh.
Oh. Great hands on that from Tom Bubler.
Here we go. Sideline animated, both sidelines. Look at this. Might we be here for a bit longer? Are people going to miss some flights? With that around the back reset again. New South Wales content to let that happen. Get him to that sideline. Oh, panic, panic, panic. Puts it up.
Oh.
And again, just that forehand in that right side corner.
It just does not sit right.
Yep. Gann wants to send it.
Lily deep. Oh. Her hands. Oh.
Nice little couple of combos. Fletcher. Oh! Gann just wants his over. He's doing everything he can.
Oh, the complete misery there.
Miscommunication on the dump there. Sutton is taking control of this offense. We're going to have a single cut.
She wants to send it.
She puts the hammer. Look at the Gann.
Gann gets the hammer.
What a grab. Wants the backhand. Just throw the dump, son. Take it easy. Lely wants the goal. He wants this over.
Oh.
Gann sends it out. Easy as you like.
And it's game.
That's the game. Alfred Loyal with the last goal. New South Wales are back-to-back champions of the mixed division under 22 Ultimate Championships.
Final score 13-8.
What a game. What a game we saw, Katie. Had everything.
That definitely had everything. And I think that is a much more interesting contest than when these two teams first met on Friday.
Yep, a great showcase of the young talent we've got in Australian Ultimate at the moment.
And awesome to see SA get through the final.
Yep. Yeah, great depth in all divisions, and particularly with these two teams.
One thing I do really like is that this year, every single team in a final was from a different state.
Yeah.
Or country.
Oh, nice. Bit of everyone.
Yeah. So
that hammer from Sutton. Look at this grab.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Full stretch, two-handed.
Doesn't let go.
Just wanted to throw the goal. Lely was there. You look at Lely. Comes charging through in the background.
Saying, it's me, it's mine.
Well, I was like, nah, I got this break side.
Yep.
Thank you. And again, just that constant movement by New South Wales in the end zone, just almost impossible to defend.
That's what's put them on top, undefeated this tournament.
Cool. Well, Katie, thanks for being with us.
No worries. Thank you, Simon.
What a weekend. What a tournament. And thanks for joining us on the Ultimate Frisbee Australia YouTube channel. Thanks to Ulti TV. And thanks to our hosts in Ultimate Frisbee, Ultimate New South Wales and the Hills Ultimate Club.
And to the AFDA as well for their support. Thanks, everyone. Have a great afternoon and appreciate you listening. Bye.
Ulti.tv